Yo, what's up guys? Terrell here to bring you another Bakuman Season 2, Episode 7 review. I'm a little mildly recovering from a cold right now. It's not really that bad, just this bullshit right here. And I'm not waiting until I get like fully 100% better on this, which I find ironic relating to the whole situation in Bakuman currently in the anime anyway. But anyways, it's not so bad that I can't do videos, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this out because I have other things I need to do, like classwork. I took like a break yesterday because I was tired and out of it. Today I gotta get shit done. So, with all that being said, get into the episode. Let's talk. In my opinion, I don't really know what to say about this whole hospital thing. My mini arc, I guess is the best way to put it, because the gist of the episode is that the chief editor makes this decision that instead of letting him draw when he gets discharged, no, they're going to be on hiatus until they graduate, which everyone thinks is bullshit. Which I wouldn't mind it, because I actually would have agreed with that if he gave the right reasoning behind it, which he doesn't. He actually shows his own bias when he explains why he said that. Because Psycho's like, so if my uncle hadn't have died from exhaustion, you would let me draw, wouldn't you? He's like, yeah. He's like, really? Your bias is with that? And I know there has to be something deeper than that, because that is not how you were supposed to explain the situation. I don't know why the chief did that. I don't know if the chief did that because he's treating him like a child, or he just doesn't want to be straight up honest with him, or what, because that just didn't make any fucking sense to me. That's what I'll say about this. This episode did half of what I wanted it to do. I wanted the chief to go in there and address it, and he addresses it, but he doesn't fully address it, which makes it come off his eggs on some bullshit, which everybody in the episode kind of agrees. I mean, fuck, it's like all of Psycho and Shujin's friends, on top of their friends' editors and his editor and Hattori, are all like, no, the chief is on some bullshit. And the end of the episode is essentially the writers boycotting and not drawing until Psycho is put back where he needs to be. Like, he should be able to draw when he gets out of the damn hospital and not when he graduates and shit. And they're going to go meet with their own editors so they can agree on the boycott. I mean, they all agree on the boycotting, but you know. Yeah. I guess the episode is to reaffirm everything because they did it over the phone. Like, all the artists were sitting there in the room, and surprisingly Aoki agreed with Fukuda, which is such a rare occasion because she barely talks. The fact that she was into this, I was like, you know what you need to be? You need to hang out more with the rest of the guys. Seriously, Aoki. Jesus. We like you, Aoki. You just don't fucking do anything, and it's annoying. And she has like a little moment. So did Haruma. You know, for a guy who really tries his best to get out of drawing manga at the time, he got pissed off at the chief's like whole mindset behind this shit. It's like, he's just like, what the fuck was up with that lame ass excuse? I can't hear this shit. And walks out, he's like, where you going? He's like, oh, I'm going to go draw manga. What else? And it's like, what the fuck? I thought it was a cool moment. Now, what bugs me is that I don't think them taking hiatus is a bad idea. It's just the chief didn't go about it the right way, and it kind of pisses me off a little bit. It's not a bad episode because of it. It's just, it feels drawn out because he could have easily have said the right thing and it would have been done. Mind you, they do use this opportunity to develop Psycho and Azuki a little bit more. Since the first season developed Kai and Shujin fairly much, I guess they're trying to balance it out, putting some more Azuki Psycho development, which I didn't mind because, you know, their relationship had gotten kind of weird. Had gotten kind of really distant, and we hadn't heard enough from her. And so, like, the agreement is that she wants to, like, hang out with Psycho every day. He's in the hospital. But after that, they had to go back to the whole being apart and emailing shit. So, it's a kind of a sweet moment, and that kind of justifies it. But for me personally, my biggest complaint is that the chief didn't go about explaining why he shouldn't draw for a while. I mean, there's, like, even in my mind, I came up with a few reasonings that would have made perfect sense, you know. It's like he used his uncle as an example, but the problem is the chief used his uncle as a crutch instead of just using him as an example. It's like, because there's a point in the argument where he's like, well, I'm not my uncle. It's like, really? Because from where I'm looking, you two look about the same right now. And like that was my whole thing. It's like, don't you? It's like, what pisses me off about the chief is that I had a speech I had ready, and the chief wasn't saying anything. And so I'm looking at the chief going, what are you doing? There's so much you could be saying right now. You're not saying shit. And that kind of pissed me off, because it's like, I mean, I'll give you an example. He could have addressed the fact that he looks like his uncle. His uncle died before accomplishing anything. He made one hit wonder and couldn't get anything else. And actually killed himself because he tried too much. He didn't know when to relax and to chill out. There has to be a balance in a manga's life. You can't just focus 150% on the manga. You should do 100 or 90 and give yourself some breathing room. I mean, they could have went through the whole irresponsible thing. It's like, you want me to treat you like an adult and like a true manga artist, but you can't even take care of yourself. The reason why you're in here is because you're overworking yourself. How is that not blatantly obvious to you? Like, this is what pisses me off, because it's like, chief, you didn't say shit, and it, like, I could have, what pisses me off is I could have got behind the chief if he had said something worth getting behind. But literally, he said, I don't want you to die, and your uncle died from the same shit. Like, that literally was all he really said. And I'm looking at him like, really? Really? That's all you could have possibly said, right? Because there isn't more to that. Now, I'm not going to say I hate that. I hate that particular aspect about the chief. But then again, the next episode might actually go back and address what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to address the chief, because the chief must feel like shit right now. He literally got told off by, like, people that are published in his magazine. On top of the editors not even agreeing with his ass. Half the editors don't agree with him right now. He must feel like shit. I want them to go and explain his mindset. I mean, Jesus. Also, that whole little line where Psycho says in here, where it's like, I don't live for my parents, because the chief mentions that his mom is like, she wants you to stop drawing manga, period. And he's like, I don't live for my parents. It's like, I don't mind that phrase, and this is just a nitpick, honestly, but I feel like that would have been something you should talk to your mom about, not the editor of you, not the chief editor. I'm just saying that this seemed a little off for me. They also missed like a Kaya. They did like a funny Kaya moment, but they could have did like a more developing Kaya and Shujin moment, which they don't do, which kind of aggravates me. But the thing is that they're not really to me, they didn't show that it's not all about just making the deadline. It's like, you still got to take care of yourself. You still have your basic duties. It's like to me, the anime does a good job of balancing out their work and play moments, but the problem is that when you introduce the whole thing of him overworking, you're showing that when he works, he doesn't worry about anything else. It's like, you know, he could have eaten. What pisses me off is that, you know, the chief could have brought the whole, well, how do you think if your girlfriend would feel, your parents would feel, or anyone that you care about or cares about you would feel if you died halfway through your own damn serialization? He could have brought up a lot of shit, and he doesn't. And I'm hoping the next episode he brings it up, because if he doesn't, it's bullshit. Now, Jertango, I don't want spoilers because it's going to piss me off, but there's no way in hell it's going to be this simple. Oh, we're going to boycott it. Because they did this at the end of season 1. That stupid boycott shit, the Fukuda team stuff, with Kuji in them. I don't want that to be the same damn trick this time, but, you know, we add in the editors this time. The editors and the artists are working together here. I mean, it's a cool moment for what it is, but if you're repeating the same thing from a season ago, it's kind of aggravating. So I'm hoping that the Chief, you know, actually gives us a valid reason next episode. Because I'm pretty sure he's going to say something. He better say something. That better not have been just what he had to say. Because that's bullshit. Like, I want him to apologize for treating them like children. And then, you know, reinstate his own, you know, his mind thought that, you know, you guys should not keep going until you graduate. And, I mean, because they're so willing to throw off everything. Like, they said they wouldn't even go to college and shit. Yeah, it's like, listen, you can bet it all, but the problem is that realistically, if you lose, what would you do? It's like, would you legitimately be fine with that? Like, would you legitimately be fine with betting everything and losing? I don't think you would. And that's my whole thing. I think that's what it boils down to. And it's like, it's a shonen, so I'm expecting certain portions to be unrealistic, but this is something that should be totally realistic, but I think I'm getting a little delirious. So I'm gonna go take some medicine and lay the fuck down, but that's just my whole thing. This is not a bad episode, but the Chief was on some bullshit. That was a golden opportunity. He better redeem himself by next episode, that's all I'm saying. But, yeah, this has been the Vlogs Game for your boy Terrell. Tell me what your thoughts are on the episode below. And I gotta go do some homework, so catch you guys later. Peace.